Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Tomorrow Serie starts and we play on Sunday, 12:30 p.m, which is already annoying me because playing that early is something that the players do not love. You can ask whatever player, they don't love it. That being said, it's Como. We come from 5 games in a row with draws, without victories, and it's time to go back to win. It's time also to Tudor to show us that we are wrong, that a lot of us are wrong in judging what he did at the club. It's a moment to do it even without Bremer, even without Cabal, even without Pinsoglio, and with Weston McKennie that yesterday missed one of the 2 planes and he arrived extremely late, so he starts again training only today when we know that we are playing on Sunday. But I want to speak about the Como Day game later, because in today's video we go towards 2 huge big topics. CDA liste, the list of the board of directors, who is who and why is it important, one, and then of course the breaking news of yesterday. When you read Uefa is opening an investigation on Juve, there are possibly some fines, some penalties, well, you're scared. Being a Juventino in the recent years, but also as far as I remember, when we read these kind of news, it always starts, quite little. Well, you're scared because you can go with some promises or calming everyone. You never know what can happen. We'll give some clarity on that one at the moment. If you didn't, please put a maximum of like, continue to subscribe. I really want to start thanking all of you for the warm welcome of Dr. Mohammed, that is from Libya, that is working as a doctor in Cairo, in Egypt. He was extremely touched by all your beautiful welcome messages. That being said, I hope we will not see too much the doctor, because that means that we have really a lot of problems with injuries. So less we see him, better it is. That being said, yesterday I was pissed off because during the live with Turin Giants, I was monitoring the score of Juventus women. At the 95th minute, we lose against Bayern Munich in Champions League. Bayern is strong, is one of the strongest teams on planet Earth for women football. But then Federico from Juventus Belgium is sending me that video of the goal that they scored at the 95th minute. The goal that was initially disallowed by the referee. He said, no, it's not a goal, because the ball is not crossing the line. At least from every single image, the videos that I watched, there is no way to understand that the ball crossed the line. But then VAR, they came in because there is no goal-like methodology for the women, which is a total disaster at that level of football. VAR came and they allowed the goal. We lose 2 points. The coach of yesterday, Massimiliano Canzi from Juve, said, I've never been that pissed off in my entire career. There is no way to watch the ball crossing the line. And I want to tell you I'm pissed off because the women, if we are looking at the game, they didn't deserve to win. 1-1 was already a miracle. They did what they could against a mega power of women football. But we lose a game like that, and it's not the first time. Verona Juve, how much did the non-decisions of the referee, the decision of the referees, impacted the result, even if we played extremely poorly. Go back and watch the next-gen games. It's already 3, if not 4 times that we were penalized by huge, big mistakes of referees. It's every single club of Juve, every single team of Juve that is in that moment, and that's really, really, really annoying. It needs to stop at a certain moment. Otherwise, how can you speak about performances, about way of playing, about victories, about points, if these decisions are impacting so much the result? That being said, yesterday we said goodbye to Maurizio Scannavino, and I know that it's a really controversial one because a lot of people are saying, what did you do? And I understand perfectly, ragazzi, when you are at the top of Juve as CEO for 3 years and you are not able to bring back Juve at the top of the world, well, Juventini are pissed off because we know it. Vincere è l'unica cosa che conta. Winning is the only thing that matters. So if you're looking at the sporting side, we won a Coppa Italia, that's it. Difficulties to enter the top 4 in the 3 years of Maurizio Scannavino. It's not that today you have the light on this is the moment where Juventus will be back. No, at the moment we have more questions than certainties. So I understand that it's a bit a controversial topic, the name of Maurizio Scannavino, the only president, the only CEOs that you will read in the history book of Juve, if you're looking at it from a positive side, is the one that are winning. He didn't. So we cannot really speak positively about the sporting results. On the other side, was that the mission of Maurizio Scannavino? I always told you, not Beppe, but because it was written black on white, that the mission of the board of directors that came 3 years ago was made out of lawyers, accountants, to actually make sure that Juventus was out of the problems from off-the-field topics, and also to give back a sustainable way of living from Juve financially, which we are working on. And not that one can we say that he had 100%. Bravo, Scannavino, we are all out of all the problems. And financially, we are again a sustainable club. Not yet, but we are really close. So I don't know if his work will be judged as a totally fulfilled or not. From the sporting side, no. From the other missions, I think that he did a big, huge work. And now it's Damien Comolli with the new board of directors that will have to continue and to reach the goals, the new goals. Now, yesterday there were lists that were proposed, offered, and we will have the final decision on the 7th of November. You see a lot of names: Antonio, Belloni, Gianluca Ferrero, De Boer, Comolli, Capiello, Vittoria Negri, Andrea Lutz, Kerstin, you see Moriani, and Francesco Garino. And you will probably say, who are all these people? To be honest, there are 11 people. 9 proposed by Exor, 2 proposed by Tether. You said, Beppe, who are all these people? I don't want to go towards just reading the curriculum of all these people, but Kerstin Lutz and Tony Belloni are experts and managers in the sponsorship world. One, Tony Belloni, in the sporting sponsorship. The other one in LVMH, which is Louis Vuitton company, etc., etc., the luxury fashion company. Then we have Laura Capiello and Floriana Sforza that are professionals in the legal and financial world. Diva Moriani, that is a professional with a long experience in private equity and corporations. The important name in all that list is Guido De Boer, that is actually the CFO from Exor, so the chief financial officer from Exor, from John Elkann, that will offered. Let's see if it will be confirmed. That will be in the CDA. I don't want to go too much in technical requests and questions and details. To be honest, less we speak about board of directors, better it is for supporters. We should not speak about board of directors. Just when they announce who they are, if you want to go in a bit on detail and understanding, you can do that. And when they leave, that's the only moments if you are a happy Juventino, when things are doing well from the sporting side. When are we starting to interest ourselves a bit too much, according to me, to this list? It's when things are going bad, when you are expecting things. Then, would you see in these lists big names of sport, of football? Well, we're all waiting for Giorgio Chiellini. That is not there because he will do other things. But no, because these people are the ones that are expecting to work on corporation as Juventus, as a not the team of football, but as a club, as a corporation, as a company. That's what they will need to do. And then you need the execution. Who will take part in the sporting decision? Not that they will choose the players to buy, not that they will choose the formation for Tudor to execute, but from the sporting side, the one that will take care of it is Damien Comolli, that will not only be CEO, will also be in the board of directors list. But what we can identify there is that indeed Comolli will be the one that will be CEO, super important, something that is not a surprise. We already knew it when he arrived from Toulouse. We will have much more power. And then the big question, will Elkann sell? No, because when he's putting in the board of directors his men, and especially a lot of finance, legal men, CFO, his right arm, you totally understand that he wants to continue to understand and even being closer to Juve that he was in the past. So super important, that one. And then you have that newness. You have Tether that is entering with 2 names at the moment proposed. Let's see if there will be 0, 1, or 2. I'm sure that at least one will enter this board of directors. Tether was already starting to say that they will represent the voice of every supporter, which is quite difficult because if you're looking at the supporter of Juve, no supporter is aligned with their way of thinking. Some people are Tudor out, some people are Comolli out, some people are, no, we need to defend, we need to continue, we are on the right track and give just Juve time. So everyone has their own opinion on that, but what we can see that the dialogues that in the past were absolutely not open started to be open between Exor and Tether that is ready with ideas and with investment to enter more and more the club. Will that mean that they will decide what's happening with Juve? Absolutely not. But the Juve that should be stronger is the message that they want to send us. Then of course, less we speak about board of directors, better it is for all of us. Then we go towards the big huge news of yesterday, according to me, made a bit too big. probably for people that were not really alert at a certain moment, people that forgot, because you hear so many news about Juve that you forget simply. But yesterday UEFA opened a proceeding, actually not yesterday, but it has been revealed yesterday, but since the month of September, they opened a proceeding against Juventus for financial fair play. I'm not surprised. First of all, because when we were out of the European competitions, and when it was official, Juventus also stated that we had to pay a fine of 10 million euro for UEFA, but they also mentioned there it could be that in the next years, Juventus will have to again pay a fine if we are not able to respect the financial fair play. They will continue to proceed to an investigation. They will check. They will tell us in the month of March what will be the consequence. So for Juve, of course, when you are out an entire year of European competition, it's difficult to increase your revenues. You know that the new financial fair play is 70% of your revenues that you can spend at max, not more. They will check also the situation about Douglas Luiz to Aston Villa with Barrenechea, to Juve, and then Barrenechea and Ealing Jr. That side, they will investigate on these things. At the moment, if you are reading the articles, they are speaking about a fine in money. Juventus is absolutely on top of it. They already knew, and I told you 2-3 years ago, we communicated already officially that we knew and that possibility existed. If you go back to the draws of Champions League, when Damien Comolli did a one-man show in answering the question to all the journalists in all the possible languages, he also said, this season is already difficult for financial fair play, and the next one will be even more difficult. So, Damien Comolli and Juventus are absolutely aware of it. We are speaking about a fine, 10 million euro, 15 million euro, I don't know. That can be a lot. It's a lot of money, especially it's coming out of nowhere. On the other side, a lot of people are fearing that we cannot do transfer market. Transfer market not doing it, no. But if you read a bit more, an extreme case could be that Juventus could still do mercato, but not register new players for the next Champions League. We are not speaking about not participating to these competition. Then, am I confident enough to not to promise you that there will nothing happen, or that nothing will happen, that Juventus will not be punished? No, because when I did in the past for things where we were solved, for things that we were acquitted, well, then things can change from one day to another. Today, that's what I tell you. Tomorrow, if there are new things that I'm not aware of, we don't know. So we'll have to monitor, unfortunately, that, and we'll know in the month of March what will happen with that one. But at the moment, I would ask you to not be in an alarming phase. Pay attention to what you read from non-Juventini and from Juventini that are not really well informed about the case. Calma. Focus on today and not too much on tomorrow. Of course, if you're reading the first page of Corriere dello Sport and Gazzetta dello Sport, they're already starting with these kind of scenarios where it can be difficult for Juve, but no. And even about Mercato, entry, exit, at the moment, from what I heard, Juventus is not even worried at all. So things go according to plan. Let's see in the month of March. That was what I wanted to say in today's video. Yes, it was quite difficult to record that video today because my head is bursting. It's a disaster. Headache, incredible. So it is what it is. I did the video and I'm happy it's over. And then we focus on Como Juve, a must-win game. Ciao, grazie, forza, Juve.